Hello and welcome back to Arknights. Tonight we're going to be finishing up Chapter 8 here so I can finally get to Chapter 9. Let's see here, split flame with or defeat the president to confront the chaotic one. This is most likely going to be the final boss, given all the timelines have merged here. I should probably practice this since I don't know what this map entails. Guard army is worth having. Ash is fine. So we're Ash. A couple tanks would be good. As not much as I like Saga, it may be beneficial to bring Myrtle.
There's a mission? I wanna go!
I might not need multiple. I should probably... Yeah, Nightingale I already got, so I'm good shape there. Oops. Open the mic already. Whoops. Actually, I should probably... Oh yes, speaking of which, remember when I said I was working on Honeybear? Oh, wrong, that's the wrong one. I was... Yeah, here we are. Oh, didn't mean to actually bring her, but yeah. As you can see, I did finally Mastery 3 Honeybear's Spiritual Care, so I'm in good shape there. But I should probably bring a quick redeploy here just to be safe. Mission start time. Alright, here we go. Fingers crossed. Let's see how this goes. Last time, Amiya broke one of her rings and unleashed her power as the Lord of Fiends to become a guard. Lord of Fiends, you've done well, yet I remain troubled by that baseless confidence you and the young dragon continue to show. Are you finally giving up the guise? Who am I talking to? Is it Change Talulah? The young Kashi? Now to my actions, insulting my person, continuously dragging for memories from deeper than my mind. Do you think you could subdue me like this, force me to surrender, or do you think that I would be suppressed by the dragon-slaying sword of Yan and the filthy arts of the Sarkaz? Feel free for your art to do with this body as you wish to regain some semblance of purity. That is the extent of your oratory skills. Why do you stand against me? Your conceit only feeds your arrogance. It only means you have that much further to fall. However young you may be, you are still the Lord of Fiends in the end, attempting to persuade me, convincing my inner heart, telling me that there is a foreign being trying to take over the body, that I should struggle free. Frankly, aren't you unsure as well? If memories and emotions can be falsified, does Kashiri even truly exist? What does it mean if he doesn't actually exist? What, you mean the Duke and everything around involving him and Ursus was just made up? It's all in our heads? This has nothing to do with you, Kashi. We want to defeat you not because of what you experienced, but because of what you've done. We cannot allow you to continue harming others. No matter what reasons you may have, it's just as Madame Chen said. We don't care. Regardless of if you're Kashi or Talulah. Get the hell out of my sister's body. I want to say that, but it seems to just be an excuse. If you do have an excuse, save for the judge. I'm gonna get ready. Have you been misled by the power that I'm displaying now? Let me repeat myself. Everyone in the city who could kill me is now dead. Besides Patriot, no one else in Chernobog could have done it. Frost Nova, the frosty nightmare of the tundra, died at Lungmen just as I planned. Even if you two use swords, you don't hold a candle to them. I've given you the wrong impression. If this body is not willing, I would not be able to accomplish anything. But now, what exactly is this body of mine restraining? I do not understand. I shall liberate it just as I once liberated all destruction. The dragon reaches for the long sword. Her fingers brush across the blade's edge, leaving a trail of blood paint across it. She laughs. Evil laugh. Chen tries to speak, yet her body refuses. Something's flowing around her neck. Amiya gestures towards her, an image with her mind. Chen realizes they're indeed caught with Talulah's arts. Should Chen open her mouth to speak, the heat around her mouth would rapidly increase, burrowing into her esophagus and incinerating her from within. Amiya turns to glare, but it's too late. The arts have taken effect. The dragon's voice reverberates from her roiling heat, but Amiya and Chen are forced to remain silent. Chen feels as if her lungs are riddled with holes, her breath labored and tortured. Draco's arts seem deliberately differentiate between volatile expressions and involuntary movements. It seems to Chen that even Talulah cannot force her arts to work on all concepts. That's why Talulah chose their mouths. The red dragon simply wishes to stay silent. Chen grits her teeth. Well, it could be that she can't, or it could also be that their words are actually working to some level, and she needs to make sure they can't do it again anymore. The temperature's rising. As the time passes, it will reach its climax. Two will die from... After all, they cannot cut out blistering air that surrounds their bodies. Countless lives vanish before me, and I grieve for them. Yet I can only continue moving forward, because I know the glorious nation I serve demands fresh blood. It wishes for death, it calls for humility. It disappeared, once merged once more. Disintegrated, was rebuilt, it died a sudden death and was resurrected. I journeyed across plains of salt to bleeding mountain valleys, and not once was I harmed. For his sword, his territory, his subjects, they grant me protection. Hmm. Cough, cough. Make a create your sword techniques that cheese out with your fingers alone. You do not even need to wield the actual sword anymore. You're getting older, you coot soul, that you've forgotten what it is you should be doing before you can even think of stopping me. Your arts may be outstanding, but your multitude of worries causes you to make mistakes. Why do you stand against me? Are you thinking of giving up your life Are you thinking of giving up your life to delay me? Why? Don't do anything you'll regret. Are you lacking in things you regret doing? Wei Yanwu. Would you like for Chen to kill her own sister, for Cache to do as he wants? Our time is over, you may. Wei Yanwu. You're saying they should not repeat our mistakes? I never thought otherwise. You raised her, fortified the city, watched as people live and die. She's already gone. Why force more onto her? Think a group of infected and a young officer can do it? I think things will only get worse if you go. Bujue, have I ever hesitated to kill? Oh, lots of times. You... How long do you plan to get my way? So Wei still knows how to sword fight, and of course we know from the... Oh yeah, Pixel. Just finishing up chapter 8 here. I think this will be the final boss battle against Talulah, so here's hoping I can handle it. Until I'm cold in the ground, or until the core city stops. Whether the Shadow Guard stops it, Ursus, Chen, or the infected. Before it stops, you're not taking a single step forward. Did I miss JT 8-3? I did that very much of the... Unfortunately, yeah. Oh, not 8-3. I did 8-2 at the end of last time because I got Guard Amia. Now, however, we're just about to do it. This is the story right before it. So it's going to be very dialogue heavy. Lin, Kojue, do not challenge me. Try me, Wei and Wu. If you want me to let you die like Master Edward did, you'd better send me off first. You. So yeah, I'm just about to do JT 8-3 now. They're everywhere. Hold the line. Forward. Push them out. Chase them out. Feline, how much longer can you hold? Either we win and the battle ends, or I die. We won't let them capture Amia before and interfere with her fight. Even if Talulah dies, these people will not go away. How much more time does your squad need to maneuver? We're talking about all the guerrillas and the infected the Patriot bot? Yes, at least another hour. Then we will live for another hour. I will go with you. Move. Great, that's great. Guerrillas. No, warriors of Buldocracy. The oppressed onwards. March onwards. March onwards. That said, I'm not going to go for quite as long as I did last time because you could probably hear in my voice but at the end I was definitely running out of steam, which was bad because it impacted my multiplayer match later in the day, so I'm going to make it a bit more reasonable this time around. Who do you think are the two sides of this battle? You think they are infected and non-infected. You think that it is justice and injustice. Wrong. That is all wrong. This is the reason you cannot defeat me. One side is simply doing as they wish for their own goals, acting on emotion alone. Weak-willed fools do not understand the meaning of war. Ninja Turtle crossover? That would be actually quite fitting, especially with how respectful the turtles typically are. I say that because I remember watching their intros for the Mortal Kombat DLC. No, that was Injustice. The Injustice DLC, yeah. I don't have the game proper, but I did see someone upload the intros, and they were surprisingly respectful to everyone. Whereas the other side is those suffering in Ursus, the people who live in pain and the discrimination of others. You don't care? You don't have the right to care. How could you possibly fathom the love we have towards our land? I love them, those warriors who fight for this country, the passionate people who willingly spill their blood on the battlefield, no matter who they see as an enemy. I love them all. They entrust their lives, their faith. It's fine even if they go against Ursus in a moment of prejudice and short-sightedness, because this land will forever love them. The dignitaries whose brains are full of shit, who mock the sacrifices and victims among common folk. I even love them as well. My love towards them will not falter because of their actions, because love is alike. It is equal and normal. Those uninfected who fight for them, those infected who refuse to give up, I love them all. The way they pursue life is 1,000 times better than the trash who waste their lives away meaninglessly. I love all the people of Ursus, whether strong or weak, benevolent, tyrannical, altruistic or greedy. Ursus, all lives are equal. We all grains of sand. Some people deserve a better life from birth, but they cannot and will not choose so. Because fate is blind, they must undergo these unreasonable hardships so they may grow stronger and mature. Some people must be punished, but they cannot, for their lives are still important. They push forward the great river of time, where things, the time when they're drowned, then the greatness of newly cast. Not because of origin, not because of deeds, not because of identity or personality. I love everyone on this land. Has been so for 1,000 years. Deathless black snake. Amio, Amia. You know why you're so excited? Why you're so weak? Because you only stand on your own in your own two shoes. You know how narrow your vision is, how misfortune you've never seen. That said, I do like the game isn't too bothered to do some crossovers. They can be a nice change of pace here and there, or to be sure. You've only seen some unremarkable scenes through the eyes of the Lord of Fiends, and yet you presume to act as if you personally experience it. I've experienced far more tragedy than you have. You're constrained by your identity as an orphan infected, whereas I am the observer of the entirety of Ursus. I live to save the vast land and crying people you cannot see. What about you? You're but fools. Blind and deaf, despairing over the littlest things, proclaiming yourself saviors. Could you imagine what has taken place across the world? You cannot. Language, history, and memories you all see are just short excerpts of self-glorification. You cannot see the scars carved into living by fate itself. Scars can kill. The scars of millions of my Ursus kin are etched in my body. Chen, you are my sister of blood and flesh. You stand here against me and view Ursus as your enemy, all because you think it's invading your homeland. You cannot defeat your own sister. Do you believe for a second you will prevail against the entirety of Ursus? It's more whether or not Ursus will be dragged into the war. Whatever the result may be, matters not to me. Have you seen the new crossover? Yeah, I was actually about to mention that. They've done. Uh, you probably already saw that I have the Rainbow Six characters, although I've never played Rainbow Six Siege. When it comes to first-person shooters, I'm actually not big on most of them. Hero shooters like Team Fortress 2, Overwatch, before Blizzard pulled a Blizzard on it, and stuff like that are usually the kind I play whenever I do get around to it. But nonetheless, I was familiar with it, so it was pretty neat seeing all those characters there. And I've never seen the show that, or whatever it is that they're crossing over with now, but, well, an animal-themed person seems relatively fitting for this game, so I don't think it'll break the art style too much. Get Ash. Ah well, luck comes and goes. Got all this, well that's good. Yeah, luck can be fickle for games like this. Well, all that I wanted was land to free itself from the impasse and dissonance it finds itself in. After this war ends, there will inevitably be a winner or loser, whether it is military government or a new emperor. The previous emperor was like the incarnation of the soul of Ursus. He did not lose himself in pleasure, maintained a healthy distance from power despite his lofty ambitions. He could not be called the embodiment of lust, and was as far from a tyrant as could be. However, he brought about wars, and Ursus needs them, they needs them for the people to grow. He was exceptional, he was worthy of being called an emperor. As for you, infected, why don't you bow down in front of them, wag your tails desperately like the beast you are? You may receive in that way. You should be accepted by everyone. Of course you can. Just accept the fodder they give you, abandon the language of the people, become slaves, hand over a quarter of them to squander and slaughter. They'll see you as harmless livestock, a pet looks disgusting like a person, yet is interesting enough to keep around. An accessory they may grant meager protection. You'll struggle and die, yet there will always be countless new lives ready to take your place. Your kin will be reduced to such then and forever, because these fools can only feel forgiveness and satisfaction through a method. Great symptoms of power are always established for the sake of you and them, the slave and master. No one else will treat you as fairly as Ursus and I. We know how despicable Ursus can be, yet we have no choice but to live. We have no choice but to let you live in the shadow. If you think that's evil, so be it. Because this evil's perpetuated mentality of pathetic salvation that span nations, that caused life to be so. Until today, I'll change everything. I'll give them direction. Though exceptional once ruled this nation brought greatness to them, yet even he could not escape the grasp of time. In the end, he could not bring salvation to the infected. In war, irrational parts are sated, and their non-intelligent parts are perfused, and their mediocre parts become extraordinary. Their indifferent thoughts become fanatic. Those people gain a sort of nobility to them. To tame and use them is an act of foolishness than wisdom. You do not need their allegiance, nor do you want to rule over them. I will let them restore their lost dignity. The future verse is the same old true for infected. I'll bring about exaltation and equality for the infected and non-infected, for Ursus and nations. Inevitably, a winner will emerge from the borderline armies state council. I fanned the flames this war, so they may decide immediately. As time passes, life is eroded and passion is ousted. When Ursus becomes incapable of setting off the slightest spark, its lands and people will rot and become lost in the annals of history. I'll never let that happen again. I had intentionally let reunion fall here to be regathered in my hands and crumble once again, just so there'd be a starting point to all this. Yet you deny all this? You deny what I do for Ursus. How can you short-sighted and see the events century henceforth? How can you begin to imagine the infected and non-infected unite in their struggle? Why would you disrupt the peace and glory that allow 1,000 years simply for the sake of a little suffering today? And you're too immature. You've never experienced despair at the brink of destruction. The infected may struggle, but they still live. In contrast, Ursus has nearly fallen to ruin in a single night on multiple occasions. Have you ever listened to the cavalry of Kagan galloping across the land, the sounds of weapons clashing so thunderously they can level mountains and shift rivers? Have you ever heard the shrill cries, the crush of Zora as they run through their scimitars across skulls? Have you experienced the ear-splitting sound of 1,000 warriors of Ruse firing simultaneously? Yeah, reducing the high and mighty Gauls to a little more than ashes amongst blood and mud? You're clueless, but I don't blame you for that. If you truly wish to put your foolish thoughts into action and prevent the revival of Ursus, a reunification of Ursus under the same banner of faith, revitalization of Ursus land, then try and stop me. Try and stop this unification. Okay, good. We're finally getting to the actual map part. This is gonna be tricky. Arise, treading through flames.
I need only do as the
Hashi,
man
your
may
plot must be
say.
stopped right here.
Yes?
Why is your mental attack so unclear now? Is your sealing your speech causing your emotions to bottle up? Even if you know he's in front of you, if you know how strong the flames of the Draco are, even if you know the understanding of my art, my understanding of arts far surpasses yours, you still wish to defeat me. You want to exhaust my energy, make this body betray me, just based on the sword alone. That imitation of a sword. It's not the sword will shatter your plans, Kashi. It's the person holding the sword.
Don't worry, you got me. I'm here to help.
I don't like these T-looking things.
Get out of it, guys.
Oh,
My sword is
Amia can hold this lane on her own just fine. Oh dear. Well, this is precisely what I was concerned about, but also precisely why I went there. Have died. Don't worry, they do nothing. For now. I'm willing to guess it's similar to Faust, how he could make seemingly strange, uneventful tiles into something important. Talulah. Not start. We need to practice still. I guess I need more guards, more proper guards. As much as I cruise a clean glint, we need all hands on deck. All the most powerful units. I guess I can even bring Saga here, or... Actually, I could bring this Saga here, and Myrtle over here. Alright, Myrtle's E2, so she's here.
There's a mission? I want to go.
Arise, treading through the flames.
Compassion saves no one on the battlefield.
Don't worry, you got me. My sword is cloaked in Secht's shadow. It's not my wish to take damage.
Shoot, that's a lot of damage. Well, I definitely know I need to bring Guard Amia here because I need her art's damage.
Let's go.
Show me what you're made of. Amuse me If you even can.
This black snake. Souped up Talulah, even.
This is the battlefield.
She's immune to stun, so Ash isn't actually doing that much for me here.
You will not come to harm.
Sorry, up here should be fine.
My power is all yours now.
Oh, balls. Victory and loss. These are all moments of the cycle. My Nightingale just isn't strong enough, unfortunately. She needs to be Elite 2. What would it take for me to get her to Elite 2? Not Lapland. Not Lapland. Promotion. Good. Oh yeah, the medic dual chip. I will not be able to get though. I could go to the workshop and make a few of these just fine, but this can't be done instantly. I have to do it manually. Better or for worse. I think I've seen it clear with most of the units that you're using. That doesn't surprise me. As much as I like the low stars one, my team right now is basically entirely 6 stars. Yeah, these are all mostly meta units for the most part.
Let's show them what we can do.
Alright, let's see
The
here.
battlefield. The place where lives are taken. It's not my wish to take lives. Take flight.
Alright, time for some full-on healing here.
You will not come to harm.
Very well.
Rash, please do that.
Take flight.
Let's go!
Well, balls.
Ready to go! Ready to go!
I'm here.
Oh, no, wrong one. I meant Y here, since you can actually deal percentage damage here.
My power is all yours now. Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon. I shall protect you.
Made up your mind? made up your mind?
Art thou mind worrying yet? Or art thou not but adjusting?
Take flight.
That's not good. Yeah, this stage has a lot of magic damage going out.
My power is all yours now.
I need to Elite 2 Nightingale. I don't know why I never did it for so long. I did briefly glance at Talulah's abilities back there. Deathless Black Snake. She's got good defense and resistance. There's no thing I can really exploit there. Attacks deal true damage, apply Burning Breath, increasing true damage each second. Oh, lovely. Takes greatly reduced damage from targets afflicted by Burning Breath. Applies Burning Breath to your units. Detonates all units on the field afflicted by Burning Breath, dealing arts damage surrounding 4 tiles. Apply a splash effect. HP 0. Releases Deathless Inferno. Massive arts damage across the entire battlefield. When enraged, greatly increases HP and attack. Summons. Genuinely don't know how to go about this one. I should theoretically already have the tools for it, but I don't know. I guess I could put them a bit more to the right, but I need to think of a strategy. How can I go through? I probably should have had I don't know why I never Elite 2 Nightingale. She would have even been helpful in the last contingency contract here, if I had done so. I mean, granted, I was still able to beat it, but and sadly, Aqua won't be of much help here. With all the damage going out, I'm not sure even the biggest defense units could really stand his buffs. I could put someone up top. I think actually, she didn't attack Saria when I put her in the corner, I noticed. That might actually be a good place to put someone else. Long time didn't see a point where I need her because I have 2 AoE medics. Yeah, if you're bringing Nightingale, it's usually for her magic resistance buff. Arise, train.
Let's go.
Maybe I should put
battlefield.
Saga a bit further back here then.
Place where lives are taken.
Yeah, the reason I like to have Saga out first, because when she eats this dot, she can heal herself after. Now, Silver Ash. Let's have Silver Ash here, maybe. He can handle that lane by himself, I think. Yeah, evidently Saga's not gonna like that very much. The dots target the last 2 deployed units. I'll need to keep that in mind then. I guess, yeah, that does make sense. Based on where I saw it each time. I guess I should have realized that from the start. Enemies in this game typically target the last deployed units in the game. The last units you deployed, at least within their range. Although with that in mind, maybe I could get Y to take some of the heat off. Yeah, Y's taking some of the heat from Silver Ash.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Oh right, she's a guard, not a caster anymore. Get Ash here.
Take flight. Good scenery here, Doctor.
What are you planning? The fool flaunting his
Damn.
gallantry reaches none with his vanity.
Let's see, I guess I should... Alright, so we saw there how she likes to cast it fairly often. Also, those spike guys have some pretty good physical defense. I might actually want to bring some mages proper. Let's swing Ash with someone. My strongest magic user is Athalia. Especially since I accidentally leveled her instead of Cruise the Keen Glint like I was intending, because I don't know how. As much as I like Myrtle, I might want to bring more fast redeploys. I mean, she targets 2 people and the 2 most recently deployed, which means someone who could be gonna take it would be rather appreciated. Alright, let's give some more practice then. Alright.
I need only do as the man was said, yes?
Look at Basaga here. That should be about out of range of the top and the side here.
Very well.
Alright, good. Y got hit by that instead of someone important, so let's see here. I need the spike key, guys, so let's get a Faya here. Alright, there we are.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Yeah, Bagpipe's not having a very fun time.
Take flight. My sword is cloaked in Sea Child's shadow.
Well, balls. Burn to death isn't fun. Seems like it might not be a bad idea to just burst Talulah down, it seems.
Made up your mind? Thy pleas falleth upon deaf ears.
It's not my wish to take lives.
Shouldn't go any higher than this, at the very least.
My power is all yours now.
Oh dear. Yeah, those guys aren't any good.
My power is all yours now.
Thorns go.
You will not come to harm me.
Ow.
Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
Made up your mind? The fool flaunting his gallantry reaches none with his vanity.
Come on, just use your special once. This should finish Talulah. Dang it. Top. I'm gonna have to get Saria. Yeah, putting Saria in the close to the middle there actually did quite a bit. Not only because she is strong enough on her own, because also not just because she can block enemies, but also because she heals pretty well. That said, it does concern me a bit that despite me almost taking her out, it was still like 20 out of 44. I guess I should have realized, oh, she's gonna have a second form. I don't know how I even think about that, but yeah, that has to be the case. Suppose I could want more help. If you have advice, I certainly wouldn't be against it. I should bring more healers too. Out healing the damage probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Let me check. If I put Thorns where I put Silver Ash, would he be able to hit anyone? Would he be able to hit Talulah, rather? We could hit if I could keep Talulah in range for him to hit her, that could actually be very good. Yeah, I think putting Thorns and Silver Ash... Yeah, that's precisely what I was thinking. I'm glad we're all on the same page, then. I could also bring another healer here. What do I have on healer? Warfarin, Telopsis. These are all legitimately good options. Silence could even bring in more. Mulberry, Honeyberry are both good, but as far as I can tell, she doesn't inflict the fire status effect. My understanding is that it doesn't show up until Chapter 9. Sorry, is it pretty good there? Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. Alright, so yeah, it sounds like we were on the same page. I'll need to keep that in mind then. Oh wow, the medic has a lot of recommended. I'm guessing because not many people on my friends list have medics put up there, which makes sense. Aside from Calcit and maybe Shining in some situations, most people don't put up a medic. I could also try with Saria's skill too, since that is true damage, but I can only, yeah, only once per battle feels a little questionable, I'd say. Still, if that can't... Alright, since Talulah likely has 2 forms, I'll have to be very careful.
Got it.
JT83, arise, treading through flames.
I need only do as the manual said, yes?
Should be a fine situation. Here we go. I always have to love how when you first start a stage, it seems almost impossible, but then after doing it a few times, you think, wait, there's obviously an exploitable weakness in the enemy's strategy here. Let's see if I can get her to focus on these girls here. I'm a little late, it would seem. Not completely, however. A little annoying, but I can do this. Why get her here? Get her back here. Nightingale.
This is the battlefield. Madame Chen's swordsmanship flows within this weapon.
Damn it! Time from the dot works to retreat, fast redeploy if they're hit with the dot, but that needs a lot of DP. Yeah, it feels like I'm not getting enough DP out of all this. And I can't just leave them behind. I can't just use Myrtle instead of Saga, because Saga actually heals herself from the damage, and I kind of need that self-heal. Lopsis being E2, though. Some more healers would absolutely be a good idea, but... Let's see here, what's her passive again? Has at least one of our medic. All medic operators gain... On the battlefield. All medic operators gain 10 attack. Could be useful, but that's a recommended, so she unfortunately does not get her special. I could use Honeyberry to try and get my own Honeyberry since I just finished her, but there's no status effects to clearance here. I could also drop Silver Ash and keep Thorns, and instead swap Silver Ash for Siege, simply so that I have more Vanguards who can pull double duties as regular guards. This would help solve my DP issues. Only problem is Siege doesn't heal herself like Saga does, which is mildly annoying. So she's basically has the same issue Myrtle does.
There's a mission? I wanna go!
I guess I can give it a try. Fury Fumer, that... Appreciate it, but I need to figure out.
Operation commencing. Let's go.
Infinity, you just caught me being stuck on the final boss battle against Talulah for a good while, actually. Oh wow, it's almost been half an hour since I've been trying this. No, I think maybe if I put Myrtle over here,
Here to help.
I can get some more DP this way. Thorns here, if you please.
Whew. Get it already, guys.
Let's see if I can't get these a little distracted now. Okay, good. I can retreat these now.
This is the battlefield.
Saria here. Oh, balls.
Whew. Almost dozed off.
Alright, there we are.
Whew. Get it already, guys.
Oh, shoot. I should have realized that would happen. I can last without her for a little while, but not very long. I need to be very careful. Oh, Candy Fox. Alright, why delay her if you can, please? Come on, use her ability. She's not gonna get in time. Best I can get one hit. And that wasn't worth it at all, was it? No good. Sorry, you just caught... Candy Fox just caught me in the middle of suffering against the final boss battle. But I do think this is genuinely doable. I just need to get her true damage flames to go after my quick redeploys here and not, you know, people who actually... people who can't take the hits. Specialist. There should be some more in here, though. Are there any other quick redeploys in here? Project Red's not bad, actually. I thought Mizuki was a healer. Sure. No, it's not. I must be thinking of someone else. Oh yeah, Mizuki's a jellyfish person. Gravel and Project Red or Phantom? Yeah, Phantom's probably a good idea. Look how strong he is. Still gonna keep Waifu and Gravel in here, though, just because as many of these as possible would be most appreciated. But this does mean I really need to pay attention here. Alright, JT8. I kind of want to caster here, or sniper here, to help Saria. So...
Don't worry. You got me.
Destiny's Black Snake. Shouldn't be too bad if she's by the base here.
Whew. We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Oh right, Myrtle has a skill 2, I can use that. Oops. I got too caught up in that. Well, at least the friends list. Yeah, the friends list shouldn't update until I'm done for a bit. So. Yeah, I have an M... Oopsie. Crap, now I have to wait for it to finish loading before I can go back. That's gonna be a little annoying. Well, not really, it's not too long.
Let's go! Incoming! Ready all members.
Alright, let's restart. I forgot I have someone on my friends list who loves Phantom
What
so much, so...
happened? This shouldn't have.
Alright, so quick redeploy is gonna be my key to victory here. Let's see here. Phantom. Skill 3 M3 level 90. This should be very helpful, I'd hope. Rise, treading through flames.
Operation commencing. Let's go. The battlefield. A place where lives are taken.
And now Myrtle.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
Horns.
We're counting on you again today, little apple.
Damn it. Too slow. It's fine.
Yes, lift your voices. Sing for me. Sing for me.
It's not my wish to be alive. Whew! Gather around, guys! You will not come through.
The actors are all puppets of the script.
I shall protect you. Take flight. Gather around, guys!
Do you see your own face in the mirror?
Take flight.
I'm gonna have to use this skill here. Oh crap, that's
The actors are all puppets of the script.
Take flight.
crap, I lost someone. It's no good, I wasn't paying attention, I lost. It was also nice to bait the dot, but needs good timing. Jay could be good for that, yeah. Alright, right, Myrtle needs her skill 2 for this, and she can heal
There's
a little.
mission? I wanna go!
Stage is rough, yeah, there's a lot of micromanaging to be done here. And above all else, I need to remember to keep Thorns alive at all costs. I cannot afford to lose him under any circumstances. He's the key to victory. This is absolutely a level you cannot tunnel vision in.
I need only do as the manual said, yes? I'm here to help!
Saria block here, please.
This is the battlefield. Take flight.
I'm with you.
Oh shit, I didn't realize that would explode. I think I'd have been prepared for that.
It will not come to harm. I shall protect you.
The guilty will be punished.
Alright, good.
So, let us sink into the night.
It will not come to harm.
Alright, this should be fine.
The actors are all puppets.
I shall protect you.
I'm with you.
It will not come to harm.
Here we go. We got her. Oh no, her super mode. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Take flight. My sword is cloaked in Secht's shadow.
Yes, lift your voices. Sing for me. Sing for me.
So, let us sink into the night.
The guilty will be punished.
What? It seriously lets me leak her. I guess I'm not in a position to complain, but I mean... I guess I forgot, most bosses only bosses usually count as 2 or 3, but she did count as 2 to be fair, but dang. Yeah, I thought she counted as 3 specifically to prevent you from leaking her.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, that big AoE is a big problem, and I don't have the Nightingale to do it. Well done. You've done well. What is this? The dragon slaying sword couldn't cut me, and the sword of the Lord of Fiends couldn't pierce me, so why is my control fading away? The flames are gradually dying down, though the heat remains harsh enough to kill, it's far less brutal than several minutes ago. Chen's bloodstained hands won't stop trembling, she's barely blinking. You feel joy? Is it a good feeling? You're so close to victory, why are your expressions so heavy? Victory close at hand, is it not? Our arts have been dispelled, we can talk again. Don't be rash on me, we're also... Banish me from this body, feel free. Who the hell are you mocking? Oh, why do you not speak? Come chase me out of her body, you do it, can't you? What difference is there between judging her and judging me? Are these crimes not all my fault? Answer me. You're not wrong, Kashi. If she was completely unwilling, you wouldn't have been able to do those things. Those things that belong to you, regardless if they've been twisted. They all originated from Talulah herself. Are you planning on harming Miss Talulah's body? What are you doing? Put that sword down. Have you ever seen someone slice themselves in front of you, sister? Not even a dragon's body can resist the sharpness of this sword. I cannot do what she does not wish to do. Is this going to be another Xenos situation? So, can Talulah continue to live? Don't even think about it. The despair within her heart, the unescapable flame, are they strong enough, powerful enough that she would even want to? Kashi, everything you've done to Talulah is unforgivable, regardless if you're just her shadow, an obstacle to her awakening, or another side of her. No matter how many wrong things Talulah's committed, you're definitely not in the right. I am merely educating her. My failure stems from my enduring persistence. When you encounter a person without persistence, you come to realize how much is contained within the word suffering. Just like how those Ursus warriors are unfortunate enough to become her sacrifices, are regulated to nothing more than a silent road beneath her feet. Those poor, pitiful infected should have exerted their value. They're all wasted now. Even I myself am just part of the road she steps upon. If I'd succeeded in killing her sister, it would have been a lot simpler. You could say that we are the Black Snake. You could also say that I am Talulah. Talulah and I are just one of many type of father-daughter pairs. Perhaps Wei and Wu is similar to me. You have the nerve to say that, of sacrificing your own daughter? He's nothing like you. No, you mustn't. Too late, Lord of Fiends. I'll not let you reveal my secrets. Kashi, you were planning to kill Miss Chen so that you could kill off Talulah once and for all, and now you can't do that anymore. We've aroused her memories and caused them to echo within her mind for long enough. She can no longer bear it. Miss Talulah, please remember. Please recall who you are. No matter what kind of sacrifice it may be, if it was you, you would sacrifice yourself for the sake of others, right? Frost Nova, think about Frost Nova. Faust, all the warriors who believe in you, think about yourself. Are you really just gonna let's take your life like this? You could never accept your death, having your body manipulated like this. If you're to feel remorse, even if you felt sinful, you should do it as yourself, not as the carrier of a curse, a victim of this ancient evil. Even if you wanted to, you should die as Talulah, die as the Talulah who wanted to change the snowfields, who wished to change the fields, fate of the infected. As Talulah, I know. I know that you weren't seeking achievement nor glory when you first began fighting for the infected. And if it's fine, even if you fail, you did so because you believe it's the correct thing to do. That's why, no matter what kind of people we're facing, no matter what we face, we must always strive to move forward, never stopping until we can finally rest. Aren't you that kind of person? Aren't the people you know all like that? Talulah, are you content being the puppet of this snake? Will you let it end like this? Talulah, I know, are you really worthy of being called the leader of the infected? It's worthy. Huh? Could it be, Miss Talulah? This is definitely not the first time the white-haired attempted to resist her father. The leader of the infected, huh? I've never been. He's only ever taught her about his schemes. Those schemes were in fact statements of intent. Though she knew all about it, she was never able to stop herself. Even before the hatred she has for those things she cannot accept, she first and foremost hates herself. I failed. I've fallen into your trap, and what's worse is that it was all of my own doing. Yet even so, you may not mock my kin. What right do you have to mock the kin of mine who refused to concede to the bitter end? The difference between you and me is that your love is just sacrifice. Mr. Buldokistry, Yelena, Sasha, Lidmila, Selena. What right have I to mock them? What do I have to mock my infected kin who's struggling to survive? Enough, you can stop here. Ura. I'm no longer you, Kashi. I'm different. I'm not another black snake. I might be a Kashi, but I'm not another black snake. Your curse must not end here today. Must end here today. My hatred has killed far too many. Don't even think about using hatred to incite me any further. Kashi, that hatred and history you've carried with you for countless years, it'll all end with me. Maybe the seed, the vines, and tree, but it doesn't matter. I am the fire. I taught you all this? No, Kashi. This world, the snowfield, the people chasing sunlight, will never understand the things they taught me. The people who could direct my power are already there. Even if you made me lose them, you never control my emotions ever again, and my fire will burn through you and me alike. This fire raging from the plight of my kin, from all those who are enslaved, will burn you and your branches to a crisp. Dare oppose me? Why would I ever let you escape my fangs? Are you angry not because your plans have failed, but because you're not able to control her anymore? Control? She is me. I am her. Of course, Kashi, how could a daughter of a dragon be as dark as a worm like you? Miss Chen, you mustn't let fitting operators hear that. I once had a snake boss who was incapable of telling a lie. Never mind. Kashi, there's only one reason you failed. You're not worthy. You're not worthy of possessing my sister's body. You're not worthy of starting a war. In fact, you're not worthy of the experience you talk so much about. So get the hell out of Talulah's body right now. Before I leave this body, do you really think you can stop the core city? No. As long as I end this life here, everything will continue moving forward. How can you possibly stop Ursus? How could it be? She's not your... Still tracing my emotions. Mongrel Lord of Fiend. Even if it's the truth, you don't have a right to speak it. Ah. Not wrong, however. Fine, there'll always be another Chernobog, another conscious puppet. There will definitely be another Talulah. I admit defeat. Go ahead and celebrate your victory to your heart's content. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters anymore. Remember this, Talulah? I'll be here, even at the edge of the world. The dragon crumples to the floor. Is it over? Don't move. We cannot be sure if this is just another trick of the old snake. I don't know if Talulah really managed to purge him from her mind or she's really feeling regret over her actions. Besides, it's not over. We still have to stop the city. Better give me that thing if you want to stop the city, bunny. W, where'd you hear that from? Key, hurry before it's too late. We're all dead meat if this giant hunk of scrap doesn't stop soon. I cannot trust an enemy who's killed my Rhodes Island's friends. How can I make you trust me then? How about this? Read my heart. Normally blow the hell out of anyone who tried, but I'm willing to make an exception here. Besides, it doesn't matter if you don't trust me, Rabbit. I don't trust you either, but I don't think Teresa's successor would make a stupid mistake at a time like this. Just hand it over. You can kill me after the city stops moving. Not that I just stand there and let you do it, but I'll give you a shot. This is a special limited time offer. I don't go around giving Gil me passes to just about anyone. I can't trust a murderer either. Then you probably don't trust yourself, hmm? Well, that's true. W, tell me one more thing I can trust. You, oh. Amia, for this land to fall into peaceful slumber. Amia, to me, dreams are something far out of reach. Ah, it's so tiring dealing with so many matters every day. However, I do have a dream like that. This dream makes me think that no matter how much effort I put here, it's all worth it. If your mom and dad were at your side when you slept at night, would you be a lot happier? Yes, we may have conflict. Might still throw tantrums knocking over furniture or being picky over dinner. I don't give Kelsey a hard time. She doesn't mean it. Child. Yes, no matter what, we always feel safer when our parents are by our side. They're like a lamp shining bright in darkness. They'll chase away the monsters hidden in the dark corners, the drooling beasts prowling outside the windows. Miss them more? Ah, it's fine. It'll all be okay, Ame. Your mom and dad must have thought so. No matter how many worries fill their minds, parents always think of more when looking at their children. Sometimes the only reason for us to continue living is life continues after we die. For no other reason that others can live on. That's the reason that helps us move forward. I do not wish for the children to lose their parents, nor for parents to grieve over their children. In this world of ours, people are always having their lives taken. Inevitably, something will take away the people we love, the people that give us strength to move forward. Sometimes these things happen between parent and child. Just because of a few words, a few thoughts, the relationships fill with hate. The blood that flows from our wounds cannot irrigate the fields. The pain that builds up year after year can never bear fruit. Amia, we are weak. Even if our tears fail the earth, the seeds will not sprout there. That's why I have a very distant dream. I wish for the people of this world to never again cry tears of separation and loss. I don't want our night skies to be filled with broken hearts and emptiness. Perhaps one day we'll be able to let everyone on this vast land fall into a peaceful slumber. Everyone including us. Even if that future were to never come, even if this world should sink into darkness, Amia, we live not just for a singular answer. Right now, Rhodes Island is still trundling along its path. Everything's running as usual, even if we never reach our destination. In sweet dream. Bunny, no, Amia. Let me do something for the speaker, just this once. Let me help the ones that aren't dead yet. Just this once. Black longsword in Amia's hand turns to dust that scatters in the wind. No, W, I'll trust you. Just this once, so that the land may fall to peaceful slumber. It's up to you now, W. The Cottis girl pushes a box into the Sarka's hands. Thank you. Old man, I know your last wish. I'll stop this damn city right now. You input commands. Wait, this key. This key is... Warning, insufficient clearance. This key can only be used for startup. Well, that doesn't mean insufficient clearance. What'd you say? Listen to me, this might be a key, but it's useless. It doesn't have clearance. Even the mayor doesn't have clearance. Who the hell can stop this machine? So from start to end, everyone was deceived. The core of a pneumatic city must have an emergency brake. Unless the key's already been burned away. No, that can't be right. Misha! Not so. The key is with me. The true Talulah. Dragon Lady. Oh, huh. So you're gonna give it to me or not? If you really have to see that evil scheme of yours through... Catch. Hey, got it. The real you. Pretty straightforward. I might even like you. Glib tongue, sarcasm. Just press it in the control panel. You'll know what to do. I know the command. Hold on tight, Amia. I don't know how hard this break goes. To feed the people. Yeah, that's it. Where'd you get that key from? It's hanging on the wall in the break control room. Anyone can use it as long as you know the command. It's just no one thought of it, I guess. No one thought of such a ludicrous development and cruel deception. Should I divert the guerrillas to fool the LGD? These keys were just a lie to trick them. I made use of the unfamiliarity with the larger nomadic cities. I exploited the trust Skullshatter and Patriot had for me, even though that was the last time they trusted me. I'm guessing Ursine was bear language. The great mass of iron rumbles in protest, slowing its steps toward total destruction. Finally, the Chernobog core city stops outside the range of Lungman's guns. Oh, well, luckily we were able to stop it with some time to spare. Bruh. That was as rough as I thought it'd be. Good thing we stopped in time. Phew. Dragon Lady, I can't believe you didn't destroy the key. Hey, are you playing dumb? He didn't want to. Kashi must have tried every possibility of tempting her and destroying it, but he couldn't. Because there must have been at least a little consciousness he couldn't shake, or erase with arts. Or maybe she never considered it. Even though she thought to destroy everyone in a fit of rage, I don't think she ever would have gone through with it. At the very least, she wanted the infected to be able to go on living. Stand up. Come, you've disappointed everyone enough already. Stand up, Talulah. Stand up. What is this? Didn't say you say it yourself that you understand best whether you were being genuine or not, whether your words were coming from your heart or just borrowing someone else's mouth? You said this corrupt world was your enemy. Don't you understand what that means? No, you should know better than me. Infected? No. To break down the high wall that separates infected and non-infected, to put an end to the ugly murders and wicked slavery. You who have fought alongside the infected for so many years would have to know better than me. You know we can't win against the world. You don't have a ghost of a chance. They'll oppress you, slander you, drown you, abandon, deceive. As long as you dare to stand out, they'll drag you in the filthiest places and use the foulest methods to deal with you. You'll be knocked down if you make even a single mistake, yet your enemies are endless. You choose to move forward, oppose them, devour your life, but your enemies are immortal. There's only one possible ending. You'll be knocked down, destroyed, even if you took a single misstep. A single would just become an excuse for them to hurt you, perfectly justifiable. They would pounce on you like beasts in the scent of blood, tearing at flesh, ripping your tongue and eyes. They howl insults at your dignity, but no one's perfect. You will be knocked down. You will fall down. So you cannot. You understand better than me. You cannot fall, Talulah. Even if they're staring at you, even if they're all aiming at your weak point, even if they're playing tear away your facade, even if they want to drag you out to laugh and mock it, insult, call you overambitious, immature, you cannot fall. We've grown completely unrecognizable to each other in the time we spent living in different cities. The past will not return. We both have our own undertakings. Right now, mine is incomplete, as is yours. The road is long, because we still have things we need to do. It will be so until the day we're done. You should understand better than me. Talulah, your road is just as long. Wow, that was cool. Amia glares at W. Ah, fine. There are a number of reasons I do like W as a character. The officer stops speaking because the warrior is moving, and slowly she stands up. When did your claws get so sharp? I should have been here to see this. So you're finally willing to talk. For that, I need to arrest you. Who will be judging me? For now, no one. Our Selingmen do not have the authority. I'm not yet so pitiful that I need my sister's protection as I struggle in shame. That's not it, Talulah. Right now, there's no place in the world just and capable enough to judge you. There isn't even a place capable of judging the infected. Isn't that your ideal? To build a place good enough to judge everyone, no matter where they are, who they're from, whether or not they're infected. That's not an ideal. That's my job. Long time no see. Long time no see, sister. Looks like I saved you in the end. I just won't give up without a fight, even now. I don't dare to die yet. I can make amends. Nothing I do will ever make up for. In the course of a single winter, I've destroyed countless people. I'm in no position to make amends. It's just that I cannot die yet. I can't do that. It's all over if I do. That means they've won. That means the names that only I remember will die with me. Continue living? Perhaps I don't deserve to. However, I don't deserve to die either. I don't deserve such an easy death. The world will never again be as it was. What's happened, happened. What hasn't yet happened will continue. Falling rain will wet the earth, but the dead will not return. I'll continue living. I'll live until I have the right to die for them. We were young. We once played a game. Face 3 points, chest 5 points, waist 2 points. I don't know why Wei and Wu taught us the game. I think it's useful though. Because I was bullied by the other school. You were protecting Beatrix, so you got beaten up pretty badly. You weren't the one who did it. I can subdue you in 2 moves now. Just try. You become very competitive. Put the sword down. You look still. Yeah, let's all do what we can then. By the way, still using Chizao to fulfill your dream being an adventurer? Good food, great wine, amazing scenery, pretty women, good manners, great company. It's not like those weird novels you used to read. Hey, shut up. Don't tell me you're still into those. I'll beat you so bad you won't be able to spill anymore. Anyway, thank you. Thank her, not me. You should be thanking that brave little rabbit and all the infected who fought along with her. She was the one who braved your fire and flames to get all the way here. Amiya is the one who really saved you. Before that, let's settle things between us. There's still barely ahead. It's okay, little bunny. Everyone has a past that needs to be shattered. SW, I have to ask, do you know who the break command... Why do you know the break command for that core city? Ah. Sorry about that. I have the Nightbot active in case some spammers start coming into the chat. It doesn't happen too often, but it happens enough. I figure I should have some cover, so sorry about that. Girl has her ways, yeah. I'm gonna pass on answering that one. You'd probably kill me for it. Since you trust me just now, maybe I can make an exception. If you promise not to get mad. Talking about Misha. Now, it's Alex, Scud Shatter, yeah? His father told me about it before he died. He wasn't a dumb man. He knew pretty much what Ryun was planning to do. But he couldn't do anything about it. Just like how he couldn't stop Ursus from killing his friends, he couldn't keep his kids alive. At the time, none of us got it. I only really figured it out just now. That liar Kashi really had us all fooled. Me, the old man Patriot, Frost Nova, Faust, Mephisto, Skull Shatter, Clown Shatter, Brown Slayer, all of us were fooled. Misha didn't need to die. I got her killed back there to keep Chernobog in place. Then, when I couldn't stop Chernobog, I really regretted that one. I thought my dumb bullshit was gonna get everyone killed. Thankfully, that dragon lady still had a bit of conscience left in her. I screwed up. Right, I won't ask for forgiveness. At the time, I didn't think I was doing anything wrong. If everyone used common sense, the world would have died long ago. Misha's gone. We'll never be able to make up for that mistake. W, none of this will ever happen again. I won't let you. Either you promise me or we'll imprison you at Rhodes Island. Even if it was to save a lot of people, a single life is still one. Well, oh, looks like Talulah's all that power. Those arts she was forcing out of her can't be good for her body. Oh, she fell down. Hey, rabbit. I don't know if I ever said this before. How should I put it? Little bunny, you're a lot like her. What? Bye, Amiya. I really hope you never have to meet anybody like me ever again. So let's make this the last time we meet, bunny girl. W. So all that stuff, even from early in Chapter 3, is coming back here. Actually, since we learned about the truth behind the sarcophagus and how it seemed to help the Doctor here, with the only drawback being amnesia, while Mephisto tried to use it and got mutated into something else entirely. Yeah, it seems like everything is gone back to the start. Stop, Chernobog, stop moving! Well done, Rhodes Island. The enemies are retreating, they're routing! Chase after them? It's a mass They feel it, they have been abandoned. We've won! We did it. The infected did it together, just like that, and it's all thanks to you, Rhodes Island. Ah! Hooray, little kitten, you're amazing. How cute they're, giving her the mosh pit treatment. Hooray, the feline of Rhodes Island. Ah! That's adorable. Hey, Scout, I think I've done it. I think I understand now. I don't just have family. There's a lot of good people, a lot of gentle people. It's warm, very warm. These warm things maybe I won't forget. I should not forget. Even if it's painful, I'll do my best to remember. We finally arrived. We've arrived just in time. Ami has done it, but... Oh, Doctor! It's really good to see you. Oh, shit. Amiya.
We won, Doctor, and that's what counts.
I guess Myrtle makes a good point. And disappointing could be 3 stars, but I think the... Ooh. Don't mind if I do. This is the epilogue, and I'm guessing for that little extension near the bottom, I need to get all of these others here. Actually, since there's just one, I'm guessing the one here doesn't count. Alright, so this is the epilogue. Oh, while I'm here, let me collect the missions. Excellent. Stormwatch. I'll be watching the epilogue, but I think I'll be calling it there just because doing the story, voicing it out, actually does take a bit more out of me, but that doesn't mean the stream will end. In fact, I might do a little integrated strategies after I complete it. Yeah, I'll do that after, but first, let's watch the ending here. I'll admit I'm a bit disappointed I couldn't get the full 3 stars here, but I think in order to survive that, I'll need to have my Nightingale actually built, so I'll work on her and do that off stream. I'm just here to do the story anyways. I can come back anytime I want to get that last gold rock, and maybe challenge mode if I'm feeling particularly masochistic. That's the word I'm looking for. What's the challenge on this again? Talulah begins in the enraged state. Oh, lovely. If JT83 here is even remotely similar, that's going to be a absolute hell in a handbasket. He'll do it. Alright, so yeah, we're going to watch the ending. Every journey by this world. An epilogue or a beginning? Alright, we'll be watching the epilogue, and then I'll do an integrated strategies run, just to show how badly I suck at it. Damn it, Amiya. What happened, Amiya? What's going on? Hey, Doctor. What I'm about to do next, you do not tell anyone ever. Superintendent Chen of Lungmen. No longer. Then I'll ask you to keep an eye on the dragon over there. We'll be taking her into custody when this is all over. Any questions? Look after Amiya first. Right, Amiya shattered one of her rings in order to use the guard form. Yes, Doctor, give me your hand. Sure. This isn't going to hurt, but don't ask. I'm going to jam the syringe and take some blood. That is all I'm telling you. It's for your own good. That sounds... No question. She's right, it doesn't hurt. You don't feel anything. Sept places your freshly drawn blood into a device on her waist. Seconds later, she administers a solution to Amiya's neck. Amiya's breathing stabilizes. What happened? It worked. Amiya, wake up. Miss Teresa? No, it's me, Amiya. Oh, Dr. Calcit, You're okay, Amiya. You don't have to talk. Let's get ready to go. It's all okay now. Ah! Amiya. Doctor! It's okay, Amiya. The fighting is over. My tears, Doctor. Imagine not crying until the end. I promised. Doctor. Chen, the aircraft will reach the control tower momentarily. We will take Talulah and go. Are you sure? I haven't even decided how to handle her. We need Talulah. Rhode Island must take her first. Oh, whoops. Yeah, the crazy you say doesn't even surprise me anymore. Are you worried we're gonna get ourselves killed? No need, Doctor. That ship has long since sailed as soon as we got involved here. We have two swords of Damocles hanging over our heads, one in Lungmen, one to the Third Army of Ursus. We stopped the core city, we got involved in an attack on Lungmen, and we know the whole conspiracy. That's enough to have them plotting to destroy us. What would the Third Army do if Lungmen decided to strike? They'd grab the popcorn. Murderers in their fancy uniforms would watch our landship burn away into a scorched hulk in the wastelands, one of the thorns in their side melting away. And on the other side, a private company without registration in Lungmen, not under the protection of Lungmen, finds itself attacked and destroyed by unknown forces. That doesn't sound like a problem for Lungmen or Yan, does it? Unless, of course, we're holding Talulah. Anyone who might strike at us first needs to consider the signal they're sending. Does it say to their rivals that they need Talulah? That she's the key to this case? That she grants some kind of advantage, that she could eliminate a weakness. That is our one only chance of survival. It's to Rhode Island's greatest advantage that the magnates of Lungmen and the ancient nobility of Ursus do not find common ground in the next century. If we hold Talulah, their hands are tied. Neither will want to make the first move. Neither will want to risk vital evidence to both sides. The best course of action will be to remain at a safe distance. Both parties want to distance themselves from this smoking gun. It would take only one slight misstep to bring ruin to either the Third Army or Lungmen. Neither has the authority to stand for their entire country. The Third Army did try once, and they will pay a terrible price for the mistake. The price is simply too high. So we will seize the advantage of the situation. We will use each side to protect ourselves from one another. Talulah is vital to our survival, at least for now. Those clever enough to survive will find a balancing point. With Talulah in our hands, Rhode Island can actively choose to be that very point. At least until this all blows over, or they're swept up in the next storm. Planned this from the start, didn't you? Oh, there's the aircraft. Time to go. Talulah and Amiya get in first. We'll take the next one. Yeah, given what we just got told, that's probably most ideal. No point fighting anymore. The guerrillas are gonna kill us. Fall back, abandon the city. We lost over. Says who? You're alive. If I went down that easy, I couldn't ask you to come with me. Why? Why should we follow you? Ha! Need me to spell it out for you? You're free, you goof. Free? What are you talking about? You don't have to kill for anybody anymore. It's not like I'm your boss now either. You can just tag along. I'm saying you can just tag along. You're done being hired muscle. Now you can fight for yourselves. Oh, but still, you can't just be killing for fun. I'll blow your ribcage open if you do. What I'm getting at is we don't have to listen. The bitches just want our blades and bows. The ones who don't care if we die as long as we take a bunch of lives with us. Me, I'm built different. I appreciate money, and they gave us lots. Thing is, we're still alive, we can get more of it. Don't need to go piling up cash from gravestones. See some haters? Kill them. Kill anybody who looks at us the wrong way. Anybody who wants to hurt us, just wipe them all out. Not for a reunion, not for all the devils, not for anybody. Make our own way in the world. Maybe we go to Yan and learn how to play Go. Doesn't matter, it's all good. Yin? Not like there's anywhere else to go. We'll follow you, but no tricks. Sorry, man, all I've got is tricks. That's W for you. Is it over? Looks good. I'm really glad we don't have to pretend to be anyone's friend in order to kill them. I never thought the plan would flip around to helping reunion like this. Thanks, bro. Nice work. Let's get out of here. Don't mention it. Now we're the accomplices. Talk about a coffee when we get back. I'll tell you about that op back in Colombia. I was on your team. Really? Don't you remember your squad mates? Well, you were never there for any of the missions. Well then, we might have actually done some good this time. Just a minute, Kitty. Is that your aircraft? What's it doing? Oh, I know. It must be here to take Talulah. Ah, there it goes. We must already have her. Wait, you took Talulah? No, we can't allow that. Rosanna doesn't have the right. She must stand trial. We can't just walk away. I am sorry, but that is how it is. You want revenge, but you cannot have it. We cannot put her on trial. You're taking her from us. You stole our one-chance executor. Don't be so quick to show off what you've learned. Hatred runs in our veins. The hatred of reunion and all the infected brothers. Fills us. All the infected brothers Talulah killed fills us with rage and gives us the right to try her. Only us, no one else. Give her a fair trial. We're justice. Talulah can't escape us. Okay then, mister, I will make you a promise. We won't hand Talulah over to anyone but you or Reunion. What are you going to do with her? Even I do not know, but I can make you that promise, because I know we're doing what's right. I mean, now if you have to, I believe in Rhodes Island. I will stand in for her. What are you talking about? Don't talk like that. Look, if you think there's any difference between your loyalty and ours, you got another thing coming. I trust you. You'll be a glorious fighter one day. Go on. For your sake, I'll trust Rhode Island just this once. I may not trust them, but I trust you. But you have to remember, I don't care if it's Talulah the Lord of Fiends. If I hear you stepped out of line once, if I hear you've done harm to downtrodden people, you down, strike you and kill you all, especially Talulah. Don't use her for evil. We'll spike their heads with the highest point of the city to honor the captain, our greatest warrior who died here alone. This isn't how the story's supposed to end. It will not come to that. Rhodes Island will not. Even if they tried, I would not let them. Someday it'll be like you said. I'll be able to pick out who is good and who is bad. No one should suffer the loss of a loved one. I will do as right. I will be that judge. I think I almost have my own standard. Well, we believe in you. We believe in your promise, Kitty. Young as you are, you're a lot stronger than many spineless grown-ups, that's for sure. Alright, we'll hold off destroying Rhodes Island for now, because you're there. Do you pinky swear? Oh, okay, pinky swear it is. If I had a daughter, she'd be about your age. That other girl, the Lord of Fiends, the rabbit. If she can really keep doing it, you can count on us. If you ever get into trouble, we'll be there, because the captain and Yelena, they both chose her. Hope you'll prove it right. I hope we are wrong. That's not how it'll go, because we're doing the right thing. It is time to go. Montes, thank you, Reunion Fighters. We have to go. Oh, we're not Reunion anymore. Goodbye, hurry on home. Bye-bye, mister. Bye-bye, mister. Goodbye. Gone, brothers. But we can't. We have unfinished business. Guessing they have a funeral to do with their leader first. They did mention the Sarkas have some rituals with the dead. Nothing from the leaders of Reunion. Chernobog's core city has stopped moving. Tell the 6th, 7th, and 12th divisions if they still want to proceed, they'll need... Stop. Or we'll be forced to stop you. Not that we'd be able to if we tried. Only you can put a stop to your nonsensical war machine in time. You cannot resist the blade of Ursus, not this time. And you, the pawns of an incapable lord, who are you to give orders to us? And how do you know you are not under the spell of Kashi? Never speak that language to me again. The age of God is over. Never again will that language be used to communicate between countries. Not a city of theirs remains. Kashi is determined, a champion of Ursus. Cut down the last man so praised by the people of Ursus. You need not be so overly prudent. We can offer you assistance. There are things only you may do. You would ask us to betray our own country. When, as I see it, you commit treason in proceeding with this plan of yours. What happens next is up to you, but it's Ursus who will suffer the consequences. In all this you must know, the noble start of this war to solve a problem, but war is far, far worse than the problem itself. Where is it you will find ultimate peace in Ursus? You put an end to that era by your own hands. You know that better than we. Wei and Wu's minions, how did you even find us? By our own efforts, you have a lot to learn. Are you threatening me? Oh no, we have aged. Thoughts on Chapter 8? Yeah, I was honestly unsure how it was going to end, but I do, like I mentioned before, I really appreciate how it took everything from the start and has tied it up. It really does feel like the end of a story, although as it mentions here, and the fact there's a Chapter 9 at all means there's still some more things to be going. based on this story and the event stories, it seems like the Underwater Nation and the Ursus Nation may be the ones to keep an eye on. I'm also not really a big fan of Lungmen, but to be fair, the story itself does show they are indeed shady, and we mostly work with them out of a mutual benefit. Well, you know what they say, politics makes for strange bedfellows, and that's definitely the case in this game. It's a pretty sad story, I'll say that for sure. But they do remember to throw a bone here and there. I did genuinely expect Talulah to end up dying, so the fact we were able to save her is still pretty nice. And I also appreciate that they do emphasize that no, she's not innocent just because she was possessed, and she's not just going to get redeemed or anything. She still has to pay for her crimes, but killing her is not something we can do right now. Simply executing her would that would be more vengeance than justice, especially since we still need her in order to, well, like Elsa says, there's a lot of politics going around, and we have to use that because this whole thing was done to engineer a war, and the fact that we now know that means that Rhodes Island itself is more or less a target. So until this all blows over, there's a lot to it. Yeah, killing her won't give justice, yeah. Yeah. It's a shame we couldn't save a lot of the other villains, like Skullshatter or Frostnova and Patriot, but to be fair, it wasn't for a lack of trying. I mean, it was established we genuinely did everything we possibly could to try and save Frostnova's life, but ultimately, she was the one who used up her energy until she had nothing left. And while you boast of loyalty to your homeland, there are some matters, however, where your however loyally may view them, in which we no part. What are you talking about? That's which we will not do. Let's take a step back, young one. The Royal Guard has fresh blood. You have more life ahead of you than we. If this is wrong, you have time to right it, but you must think of Ursus as to avoid these same problems. Who will right it? We will. You put a stop to your people? You old men. You are not in the Imperial Guard anymore. Do not interfere. Indeed, it's been a long time since we last were, which is why we may speak freely. Long life to you, young one. There will not be a next time. Ah, so the secret police were actually old members of the old Ursus Guard. Interesting. Please, I'm begging you. If you're gonna kill me, just do it. Just don't let them find me. They'll torture us as always. Enough gossip. Move on. Come on, we don't want shield guards to get you. Really letting us go? Captain wants you to live. Confusing one, that. Stay away from them. Talulah's guards and shield guards. Confusing one. Guess we have no choice but to pick up the pieces left behind. Sure you want to stay? Yes. But reunion's gone. I think you can't even call the shield guards reunion anymore. They sure don't call themselves that. Unless we were going to make some changes. We're a reunion, we have to change ourselves. You still believe that? I know we infected can pull ourselves up when we fall. Over the next 36 hours, the soldiers from Ursus' Third Army who had infiltrated Chernobog quietly vanished. Of course, no one could prove they were Ursus soldiers. Before leaving the core city, the shield guards found reunion corpses with no identifying items except for the wounds in their flesh. They were all caused by the same thrown weapon. The formless killers planned to kill the heavies they knew, sending a quiet warning to the unforeseen parties not present. Of course, the shield guards were more direct with their message. Traitors drown their own blood. Oh my, that's quite nasty, isn't it? A joint investigation team from Yan and Ursus submitted reports 2 weeks after arriving Chernobog. They were clear there was zero evidence that either of the two countries had anything to do with the tragedy. They determined Chernobog incident was created and caused by infected. The vagaries of the political conflict meant that any further legal action could be taken against infected that might have been circulating in the major cities ultimately died in various legislators. Any further legal action to be taken against the infected that might have been circulating ultimately died in legislators. Piles of impassable bills. Until finally meeting on ceremonious end in the old secretary's crank shredder during cleanup. Thus the Chernobog incident silently drew to a close. That's a bit somber, isn't it? This is one of the most important events in the recent history, and yet it's going to be, it's doomed to be long forgotten as simply another night. But at the same time, it kind of had to be, because if anything happened on the political stage, it could have caused the war. That was the whole point of it happening to begin with, after all. Mixed blessings, that's for sure. Ah, down. Not a killer. Go this way. You can't stay here. If the Ursus army finds you, they won't care if you're infected or not. They're wiping out the city. So you're the only one who can trust? If you want to live, you'll live. We'll live. Where should we go? Alright, sure, this way. I can't do anything about you hating us, but I hope we won't have any more hate for you, since you also lost your homes here. Brothers here, take them. They're not infected, so be careful. Bone Slayer, what about you? Where are you going? What should we do? He's still following me. You're a leader of a reunion. I'm nothing now. I want to go back to Syracuse. Why? I'm weak. I need to get stronger. Or I need to stop being bullied by shifters. Back when I was leaving Syracuse to go to Ursus to take revenge for my father, my teacher stopped me, saying I was weak and that I couldn't do it. I didn't believe it, but it was the truth. My brain doesn't work like Talulah's. I'm not skilled as my own teacher. Even the cause I believed in was just somebody's tool. You all know, right? Talulah betrayed us. No matter what the deal is, reunion's over. I don't think this is how the movement ends. Aren't you from Longman? Yes, but where I come from doesn't matter to what I'm saying. Whether or not she acknowledges it, you have to realize no matter what happens to reunion, Talulah already lit the flame. You can't just put it out like this. Sure, if that's how it is, I think they're better off going with you. Are you asking that of me? Say I'm entrusting them to you. You might be lying to me here, but these people lost their homes, and I won't lie to you. They'll be worse off with me. Okay, are you willing to come with me? Crown Slayer? Us. The Empire hasn't just gotten to the point where they'll treat all Ursus like we do. Goodbye, all of you. Don't make the same mistakes I did. What's your name? Where are you going? Call me 9. I'm going to go where the fire burns hottest. So it seems this reunion has a new leader. I knew you. I knew you'd be here. I guess I cannot hide from you. Go here to mourn them. I may be mourning us or reflecting on mortality and greed. Your sword says something else. At least my sword isn't cutting your throat right now. I know you don't mean it all the way. If you're really going to do it, who can say which one of us will drop first? Hard to say. Rat King is a master earthbender, and Wei is apparently an even better swordsman than Chen. Be serious, please. I'll give you a few good jabs, old friend. You know, Chen and those infected got it done. You should think things through again, the arbitrary way you go about them. You almost dragged Lungman to a war and wrecked the entire place. I'm not sure about that. Even if Lungman were to choose a certain future, it may yet choke it out over some small thing, a chance occurrence. City didn't choose her. We should be proud that she chose the city. And not mutually exclusive, Kojui. The city chose her too, even if it wasn't ready to accept who she is. You should tell that to her. It's time for me to go, old Wei. Wait, Kojui, the Shadow Guard lie to me? Who? They're your Shadow Guard? How would I know? Should have known you and Lin working together. The Shadow Guard aren't the Imperial Guards they once were. They're just regular humans now. You think they can stand watch you make another mistake? So that means when I told them to handle... Oh, heaven knows. Besides, you knew we would head back soon. That sickle... AIDS, when you knew we would head back soon. That's... Old Tiger has something for you. Chen? Oh, you're here. Uncle Lin. Oh, look at you dressed like this. It's like you're headed right off somewhere. Do remember to visit from time to time. I'm not even sure I can. Then you'll have to write us. Let us know you're safe out there. I will, Uncle. This is where Talulah's father is buried, and your mother. In the end, they couldn't be buried in the city they once loved, or in the case of your mother, it was both a matter of love and hate. I'll never forget the look of this place, Chen. I think of them whenever I see it. My sister, my sworn brother, with whom I shared no blood. They are buried here. A place too small to house their passion, words too weak to express their remorse. Unmarked grave. Yes, names perhaps mean more to the living. All around the world, we idealize burial. As all graves eventually disappear, no one knows a peaceful eternal sleep, catastrophe, war, abandonment, and all such things. Should a city disappear, the souls buried within disappear right with it. And the countless settlements that dot the land, I've never yet found one where the descendants knew the location of the graves of their ancestors. There's a form of burial called a tombway. It's part of a nomadic city's path as the burial ground where the dead will be tossed from the city, with the passing cycle as a form of honor. I'm too forgetful, too many things to forget too easily, too many things I want desperately to forget, but dare not ever forget them, and so I picked this place for them. I brought my sister to Lungmen. I met Fumizuki in Lungmen, along with Edward, who fled to Lungmen. Can't say we made the best of friends, but he was smart and bold. Shay ruled Lungmen from the shadows and saw us as thorns in his side. We knew we had no choice but to depose him. It was the only way to give us a future in the city. Here, this grave is the furthest Lungman's ever been. After we beat Cache and exiled him, the city sat a few dozen miles away, bright and full of hope. Our future awaited us. We drank, talked, laughed, enjoyed ourselves without a thought to our remaining fuel. We very nearly died of thirst until Adams, that sick old tiger, coughed up his car to come get us. Boy, did he give Edward and I the business after that. Oh, he wasn't as old back then, nor is he sick or ferocious. Who cares? We were having a good time. Lynn was laughing like we didn't have blood on our hands, like we were boys in the time of having the time of our lives. Edward was the scion of the highest Londinium nobility. We were keeping that secret, but Cache already knew. He may have long since started plotting. He told my jealous twin, the Shadow of Londinium, about Edward and my sister, about their relationship. I was forced to choose between Edward and my sister's unborn child. I hid it for 10 years after Edward died. Only my brother and Cache knew, but now Edward and my sister are both gone from this world. Someday a catastrophe will strike and wipe everything. No one will remember the tragic lovers buried here. These two, who died because of me, will be forgotten. And I met Cache. He may be more evil than either of us know. I can imagine. This grave, Mother. It was my fault your mother wasn't so warm towards you. I had to have her marry the Yan noble to protect her. I should have done better. It's all in the past. Promise May, Wei, and Wu that you won't let Lungman turn to a grave. Never again. As if I could trust a word you say. I never needed your trust. You could believe me this time, like when I promised to train you. You trained me well. I couldn't have gotten back without you. I'm glad. Gotten her back without you. Don't think you've spoken to me in 10 years as much as you did today. I think we talked a lot. I meant just as Chen, not Superintendent Chen. Haha. I'll be off. What are you planning to do with your sister? I have no feelings for Talulah except for guilt. Good, that's what you should feel. We're one pair of countless separated siblings in the world. Most will never be reunited. Even so, I can't just let her go. I still don't know what she is. It's still not clear. There's a prison to keep criminals, but the Lungman we know today cannot hold her. I cannot make a Lungman that could. Only you can create an LGD that could keep the infected and uninfected together like that. It doesn't have to be me. We all have our own part to play. I know that truth, no matter how correct it might be. The people of Lungman don't accept it, then they won't. I've seen too much of the slums. And if it's possible to build something like that, I'd like to do it with Rhodes Island first. Talulah, no matter how long it takes, we'll give her a fair trial. Truly, I have grown up. I don't need to hear that from you, sir, and I don't think it's a good thing. If I, on behalf of Lungman, ask you to stay, will you do it? If you and Talulah ever wish to come back, Lungman would make the move to take you back if you can. There's so many things we can't do, but maybe, in the future, maybe they could. I just hope you haven't forgotten what you were reflecting on. That would be good enough. Say hello to Aunt Fumizuki for me. Oh, Uncle, take care of yourself. Chen. She stops for a moment, but does not turn back. What is it? The path before you is long and hard, but I know you'll master it. I'll bear that in mind. Right then, that's the second condition you wanted to offer Rhodes Island? After using them to wipe out Reunion, I would ask them to take as many of Lungman's infected as they could. Give them land, resources, funding, materials they need. They can't refuse, even if they know this is a hard pill to swallow. I've done this before, and I'll continue to do it. No hesitation or regret. Now the situation's changed, and we must change with it. Is there a problem with you thanking them directly? You worry so much about winning and losing. You don't worry so much about winning and losing as you used to. I think I can guess the reason. Care. It's about our little Chen. Is that why things have changed? Lungman's infected belong to Lungman. And what about Chen? She has her own path to walk. Will you visit her? Chief of Lungman can't have anything to do with an infected organization. Harsh. Then I'll go. I'll say hello to her for me. Forced to choose. When forced to choose between my sister and my sworn brother, I chose my sister. I vowed to let no harm come to them, and yet I broke that vow. This time is different. I'll never choose again. Ashe was wrong. I've had no choice. Wei and Wu, you have only one path to walk, in fact. Even if it's the path of fratricide, for the fraternity. Oh, yeah. For the sake of my two nieces, for the sake of Lungman and my dreams, even if it's my one and only path. Chen, live well. Few weeks later. Attention, honored Rhodes Island operators. This is Calcit. Thanks to our efforts, the Chernobog issue has been resolved peacefully. The investigations are over, and neither one will be pursuing us for the foreseeable future. Does it hurt? Ow, only if you poke it. Oh, sorry. It's fine. How are you? Fine? What? No way, little kid. Since when do you keep things yourself? Is that bad? Of course not. Scout, can you see our little kid's all grown up? She's a big girl. She's so big now. Don't cry. I want to forget. You're really crying? Why are you crying? Ha 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 ha. Don't cry, Blaze. Do not. Bush Silver should know. Ace 2, our kitten, she's grown up. Blaze. Ha 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 ha. Hey. Much of the truth will stay buried forever in the ruins of Chernobog, because we live in an uncaring world. But Rhodes Island will remember. No matter what else we undertake, we must remember. Rhodes Island operators not sacrifice their life for a single person or event. Oh, this topical medicine is very useful. There are lots of similar patients out there, but I think this cream is effective enough to have a market. The main point is, even if it's not especially effective, it's very cheap to produce. All the components came up in the analysis were common, wild-growing plants. It's a bit of a pain to get them in the northwest tundra. They're spread over such a wide area. The inventor must have had more perseverance and medical knowledge. Where do you want to apply the patent? To Amia? In Ursus and make it cheap. Oh, but the Empire is similar tech, doesn't it? Ursus has more people who need it. What should we name it then? Let the Frost Nova. Amia, why are you looking at me? Oh, Doctor! Medic, you and Warfare, and take care of it. We'll take it from here. Doctor, I'm coming. It's not for the results. For the results, we commit to what we do. We do something not because we want to see it done. As a business, this may be a foolish strategy. We live for more than material gain. Our brave operators have proved that life and its value lay not only in ensuring the survival of one or many people, or even its biological definition. We have to live in the moral, civilized sense. The future of life needs support, and Rhodes Island is that support. We are fighting for a cause that will heal the scars in our world. Another mission? Yes, with Meteorite. Here to bring a greenie. I have some new recruits who need to learn. Oh, I don't think so. This is going to be a tough one. Jessica and Frosty for ground patrol. They might need a better place to take a recruit. Jessica, can she handle it? I think you've seen how far she's come. I have. She'll certainly be able to put some pressure on the new recruits. Then Neural's going to crush me with all of her pressure. Am I really that heavy? No, that's not what I'm... Alright, Neural isn't the best when it comes to metaphors. It is for this belief we are willing to die. Ace Squad, 13 members. Ace, Bad Tom, Kurg, Hard Brick. Woods Boone, 17. Bronze Nose, Green Pea, Lunar Silver, Confident. T. Sandwash, Violet Flame, Cares. Amia Squad, 13 members. Dim Needle, B Soft Hand. Chili Jimmy, Keeney. Anger Naying, Sunty, Marco Smith, Fade. Divides, Frost Nova. Wild Ash, Antonio Lisa, Hui, Indigo Jade. I can't put Frost Nova on the KIA list. That's what I was wondering about. No matter what you say, she wasn't an official employee. What are the consequences? What if our operators are enraged at you putting a reunion operative on the casualty list? That's not something you should do. We're all for the same goal. Is that all it takes? Yes. I mean, Ethan's also ex-reunion. I don't see what the big deal is with that. Rhodes Island fights for the same idea. Okay, I'll do it. You've done your duty. I hope you'll stay as you are now. And I'd like to apologize for that thing back there, Doctor. The question you asked me back at the sarcophagus, I can't give you an answer. Not now, today, tomorrow, ever. I don't want to hide the truth, but I can't give you the answer you're looking for. Fortunately, neither I nor PRTS have a good explanation. Give us. Someday, when the time is right, it will appear to you. Sir. That day comes when you finally know the truth. Will you be ready? Another thing, Doctor. Ami has taken on a lot of burdens. I'm hoping you could avoid giving her more bad memories. We should take more onto ourselves instead. Those things which we can't even face ourselves, we can do it. And as long as you're here, as long as you're like this. Yeah, it seems we really want to avoid being like our past self, going by what Calcit's implied. Scout Squad, 13 members. Scout, Milim, Tipsy, Slink, Leafa, Slana, Mare, Thumbtack, Mudflower, Acrone, Rosmonta Squad, 1 member. Bluish Silver, Radiant Squad, 1 member. Lakisa, 41 sacrifices all in the Chernobog incident. Rhodes Island will not forget. We will remember their names. Even should Rhodes Island cease to exist someday, all they'll have done will leave its mark on us. Doctor, you don't want to talk? Oh, I get it. So much has happened. But with you by my side, I feel happy. There's some things we can't do ourselves. But it's not like we do them for their own sake either. Right, Rhodes Island is always ready to press forward, no matter what the dark clouds bring. And no matter how many terrible stories unfold across the world, always believe in the warmth in your heart. What will you do if I'm actually bad? I don't have to stop you myself. Welcome home, Doctor. Words on upper. Did you say anything? Nope, not a peep since you brought her in. She's so calm. Even even when Chen came to see her, she didn't say anything. So what are you gonna do about it? Me? Do I look like Ascalon? And I don't think we have anything we need from her yet anyway. More information's gonna depend on where you use it, I guess. I really don't know how to handle a person like that. What about the LGD people? Well, it's not like it's your first time at Rhodes Island. Shy about. I just got promoted. I don't want anyone thinking I'm working under the table with Rhodes. I see you're totally good with that, huh? You make it look like you're going shopping. You could stop me. Sure enough, you got that rich girl brain. Chief Way's office, who's that? An angel blue hair, or is that Sarkaz? She's really hurt. Hey, you can't just barge in. Chief Way's in there. Mostima. Looks like you got company, Chief. Anyone who could make their way here make their way in here is someone I can trust. Let's have you look after your own wounds first. Don't mind letting those two out there eavesdrop. This little scratch is no big deal. What are you doing in here, Laterino Messenger? Not here as an official Laterino Messenger, although the church actually does have a messenger for you. I should go my take Squire outside. Oh, roger that. Hey, why just me? There. Speak, Messenger. He said, would you have a breakfast and what will you eat for dinner? Sounds like code, which means odd. Why would he want to know what I think? I think you're the chief, Mr. Way. They're not here in the city. The blonde tiger and green-haired Oni. I think they're here to meet with an old friend or something. But hey, we carry on like this. We could have the Ursus Royal Guard taking a stroll around the landship. When they came by, did the patient react at all? Nope. I can only ever guess what Calcit's thinking. Oh, we'll get the surveillance set up. Stand under the camera, come on. Talulah. Are we complicated, selfish creatures? Even this is the beast possessed in nobility, human black. They forge the land day after day, never stopping and never. Unlike humans, humans kill one another for food. They harm one another for selfish desires. As such, humans use others to determine their own value, to measure worth. You have what it takes to enlighten them. You have the right to use them. Know what you must do. I taught you all that you are. How do you overcome these countless years of oppressive history? The history of humanity is a history of struggle. Wisdom, ideas, methods. Your sight is my sight. Surrender your fantasies. Sooner or later, you'll return to me. I'm your only end. Oh, he's trying to do the whole Thanos speech of where this bring you back to me. No, Kashi, absolutely not. All that you've taught me now weighs on my body, carved into his scars forever. The past is behind us. It's all over. Indeed, I must put an end to all you've wrought. All the ugliness and shame you've cast upon me will now be my fuel. It will fuel my future. Until I find you, until this world's liberated, I will never stop burning. I'll not deny you again, Kashi. I will oppose you. Until all wrongs have been righted and our sins purged. It will be done. Even if the end is the same, I'll burn to ashes, even if I burn to death. How long have you been out? Oh, I can't be bothered to count. I lost track a while ago, but even if you run, you won't get away. One needs a hammer to strike a nail, and if all you have is a hammer, everything looks like a nail. Now's the time. Vina, come here, please. I have words for you. Alright, Doctor. Just a moment, one question. Are you ready? I'm not sure, but guess I'm ready whenever. Come now, Saber is always ready. Islam. Ilsam Wit. Misty. Here's the complete report on the incident. Fyodor. How it's happened? Did one of the royal guards betray us? Which, give me an honest answer. My chest is an unlit fireplace on a winter day. My only honest words will get my heart beating again, whether or not an unplanisant truth may break it. No, your royal guards never betray your majesty. They remain loyal to you until the self consumed by fire, as long as you are the rightful emperor of Ursus. And I both know those but empty words. Would that the guard did more than stand back and watch the old monster die. Enough, no more platitudes, no more masks. I grow weary. Wit, you're no fool. Tell me your thoughts. Look me in the eyes, you do. We're the puppet mastermind the plot. Grand Duke Bacall, Deputy Marshal of the Third Army, Governor General Rolson, Viscount Kirk. Of course, I lack the evidence to prove they actually orchestrated this ordeal. Further, when the Royal Guard went to while in their homes, they found the traitors lacking the courage to face their crimes. They took their own lives. bear their due punishment. Cowards, absolute cowards. Have they not even the meager courage to stand trial? They must have known. They knew a trial would reveal their base desires, corrupted minds, told people of Ursus, and yet now we can never do that. Your Majesty, how regrettable that we must now keep this knowledge behind the curtain rather than take it out on the stage. Even even a burdened beast would do more than chew grass when roused. Nevertheless, the royal guard disposed their remains in the proper manner. The rotten corpses will dangle, sinking from the ceiling. No one will dare take them down. Had their conspiracy succeeded, Arthas would have suffered another war. They would have seen their influence increase, proportionally draining the power of the council, perhaps even further degrading our cities. We are most fortunate that they failed. Traitors, death was too good for them. I should feed them to the flesh booth. But that would be a terrible thing. No, we can't do that. Pardon me, witch. I didn't mean to lash out. I must not go back down the road of ruin. No matter how much rage I have for my enemies, I cannot exhibit such behavior. We did not resort to them during the Great Rebellion. To this day, I feel only a proper blood-soaked threat would have stirred them. Your terror is the only language those who terrorize the innocent can understand. Although I am personally opposed to such measures, fathomable. Must I resort to such ancient brutality, such poisonous traditions stand against the ignorant? And as these maggots seize the swords and shields of our empire, are we even left naught but rot? Give me your majesty. I do not have the answer to that question. From a constitutional perspective, I am not your legal spy master. More importantly, which is the legend true? Is the deathless black snake a malignant deity that cannot be slain? Are there others like them in our realm? What can we do to free our people from this tyranny, which we stand now in light, surrounded by darkness? Can we use fire to illuminate Ursus? Majesty, I must point out one fact. In recent decades, only the Duke of Kashi, among all ageless, showed clear signs of involvement in these events. Even after his death, we are unable to confirm identity. That tells us the ageless of Ursus still fear you. They fear you and your contempt. Nearly 1,000 years have passed since we overthrew the Hippogriff. A couple of dying monsters cannot stand against the might of the Ursus people. Let them do as they will fail. We will find them, and we will destroy them. Your Majesty need not worry. Hope it all proceeds as you said. What of the infected situation? Any developments? Your Majesty was over hasty. You acted too quickly to close the infected mines and the armies held in the northwest. It may have been your hope to weaken the army's supply reserves or even show a little benevolence. But as much as the army opposes you, your people also oppose this. They fear the infected. It is unwise to go against your people at this juncture. You by and large despise the infected. Standing against the army here could be seen as you standing against the people. You lack the resources to pursue this course. That's the right thing to do. And I'm not sure what kind of voice to give the Emperor there. Even if it's the right thing to do, this is show leniency to the infected by shoveling them in the jaws of hell. It is time, Your Majesty. Yeah. Yaroslavl has been waiting at the door for 15 minutes. I think you may want to see him. Raving lunatic with his holy visions. I'll make a proper joke of him. Before that, witch, do you think we can do it? Do you think we can make Ursus great? I don't know, Your Majesty. Yeah, now is not an appropriate time to answer you. No, but at least you do not lay waste to the world as your father did. That is already quite good. Talulah the infected. You break the curse of the deathless black snake, then you should be able to break through everything that weighs upon you. Hope one day we'll have a real chance to defeat the tree of the last emperor. Be continued. Doing good service standing guard in this weather. That's what you want. So you do. Oh, it's a flashback. Until we walk out of this winter, my fire will keep burning. Sleeping. Oh, sorry. Trained all day? Kid with the dark hair looks like a get on bow. You don't need to grow a bit. Let him sleep, but I'm about to leave. I'm dropping the temperature too much, I'll catch a cold. Sorry to bother you. You didn't, it's just the one with the white hair. He's a light sleeper. If I don't sing to him, he has night terrors. I don't know what he's been through. Time heals all wounds. Is your father still working on tomorrow's battle plan? He told me something about an Ursus-infected transport. He has to think carefully, keep our losses low. He always tells me to pay attention to that. Already so late. Never seen him sleep? Not once. Heroes need rest too. The other fighters should have taken some. Think of yourself before him. Who was it that you reached out to a few days ago? Where were they from? Ludmilla and Alex look like they've been around Chernobog. They know the city well. Big city. Yes, them with lots of infected in it. We might be able to bring them in with the right plan. Ludmilla and the people with her seem strong. They might become cannibal allies, even if they're a little ornery right now. Ornery as those of us fighting against the Ursus army all the time. Chernobog, it's too far and too many things stand in our way. How many years would it take? 3 or 4 still wouldn't get us there. Even if we don't fight or stop it, it will have to come to us. With the efforts of the infected the city, we can build one of our own. Maybe in 3 or 4 years' time, we'll look at tomorrow. Tomorrow's so close. I like the sound of that. Some rest. Right, good night. Sasha and Nino. Hurry back. I'll send the kids to Selman soon. Right. Sisters. Oh, that's adorable. And here we are. Attention. I'll do Stormwatch later. For the moment, I think I can do a quick run of the roguelike mode. Explore. I'm terrible at this, so I do hope. I think this one will be good. I need to do the hot water kettle for the monthly. Go IS2. Yep, I'm gonna do one match. I'm not gonna be reading it out too much since I can guarantee you I won't be winning, but let's see, a recruitment set. First move advantage. Steady. Let's overcome weaknesses. Medic. Honeyberry. I raised her pretty much specifically for this mode. Guard. Cutter, actually, yeah. Because if I don't bring Cutter, I know... I've done this too many times to know if I don't bring Cutter, I'm gonna get killed by... It's a lot easier if I have the levels. I'm not sure if I do. I'll figure it out later, though. I just know that if I don't bring Cutter, I'm going to immediately lose on the first mission with flying enemies because I won't have anyone that can hit them. And Quercus. This should be a good squad. Have your level pressure behind the scenes. Oh, yeah, I've been doing that, rest assured. Let's see. I've slowly been updating it. I just need to play the mode more, if we're completely honest. Beast taming. Cutter is probably the most important one here. Bringer skill 2. Quercus, also skill 2. Honeyberry will be skill 1. Yeah, I'm slowly upgrading the passive stuff to get through it. Let's put everyone here, actually. Should be easier to deal with them. This should be fine, I think. Oh dear. I should have put her a step closer. No matter, I'll just I'll just leak that guy. I don't really have a choice anymore anyways. Okay. Those guys were the only ones who stood any risk of ruining my team's day anyway.
Mission accomplished.
Gain 5 temporary life points in the next fight. Caster voucher, ooh. Oh, and Nidami counts, even though she's in guard form for it. I should probably go with Click, just because I have her at a decent level and all that. I definitely want to stick to the ones with emergency ops, because those are the best. Holy duck. Sure, let's fight the duck. Explore, then. I haven't killed the duck yet, but maybe this will be my lucky day. Duck Lords play. Probably should have put in front of there, but whatever. That's an interesting stunned animation. Alright, here we are. Darn. Well, no matter. He doesn't count towards the limit anyways. Mostly go. Yeah, should have put Cutter over on the opposite end. I was just concerned because the red guy can stun from basically any range he feels like. Strategy. Sniper recruitment voucher. Sure, let's get Cruise Alter here. Skill 2. Emergency Ops. Yeah, I should be able to handle this just fine. This time I gotta put the units in front. I have to put Cutter directly in front of the, Alright, where's that one? Okay, so if that's there, I need to put Cutter right in the corner there. Who's can go there? Save it. Right, there we are. Dang. I raised Cutter again purely because I heard she was good in this mode, and boy, were they not kidding. Like I said, I've lost a few missions entirely because there was a flying enemy, but I didn't have anyone that could hit the flying target, so I had to... Specialist. Thermo, I guess Thermi X might not be good. That might not be a bad option to have. The Rogue Trader. Healer's Path. Instantly promote a medic. Honeyberry, if you please. Excellent. Every other heal is good here. Bend Spears. Guards, operators have minus... Sounds good to me. Healer's Path. Medic operators have -2. Master Recruit Voucher. Oh, dang. Fine, we'll take the generic bunny, I guess. No, we'll take steward. Sunset Courtyard. The grand finale time. Encounter. Awakening the statues. That's gonna be another fight, so let's not disturb the statues. The safe house. Boost morale. The grand finale. Yeah, this shouldn't be too bad. I think we can do this one. ISWNO. I don't have enough ground units for this, apparently. Alright, crew should be able to handle this. Only 11 DP for a healer. Granted, she's not exactly the strongest healer, but... Alright, crews, do your thing, please. Excellent. Alright, let's put click here just to complete the set here. Alright, crews, use your skill again just to clean these guys out. Yeah, click skill should take care of these guys pretty easy. And there we are.
Mission accomplished.
Mecha cord casters are still my favorites, I think. So yeah, I'm debating if I want to go for Rock though whenever she arrives, just because. Oh, bravo, bravo. Simply because the ones I already have do the job pretty well in the general sense. Medic recruitment voucher. Let's get on still here. I'm fine adding perfumer, but it's probably not adding on. Bit of help for your journey. Random collectible. Indian Medal of Honor. Boost Commander XP from battles. Remnants. Gain 3 life points. I know this leads to an actually really hard fight, so let's not do this one, even though I know the rewards are pretty nice. The emergency ops. This one I will be doing. W no. Justice. Darn it. Crap. Crap. Yeah, I just don't have enough guards for this. Unfortunate. Need to get. I should have used the caster one to get Amiya just so I'd have a second guard. Well, that's how it goes sometimes. Fortunately, I haven't gotten very far in this mode, so nice, some rewards I've unlocked. Hot water indulger. Let's go ahead and grab the reward while I'm here. Excellent. Excellent circuit. Oh, I'm almost a Shalom. I'll have to get him, but for now I think that'll be all. Well, we managed to finish Chapter 8, and I managed to get at least one run of the integrated strategy in. So I guess that'll be it for now. Alright, well until next time, thank you for watching, hope you had a good time, and I'll see you later.